going to maintain some of our handstand push-up strength that we developed in the first cycle. So our strength work for the day is going to be 4 sets of 4 to 6 elevator handstand push-ups, 4 sets of 30-second to 1-minute single arm hold with a dumbbell, overhead, or kettlebell, or a single arm box pike hold, and then just some mobility work thrown in. All right, 4 rounds of that. So your elevator handstand push-up, you can do this against the wall. If you do it against the wall, then I want it unbroken, so not just kicking down in between every elevator rep. I love elevator work. I think it's fun, and I think it's great to get strong in various positions throughout your movement. So if I'm on my couch here, okay, starting with 1 1000 here, 1 1000 about halfway, 1 1000 on the floor on tension, 1 1000 halfway, and 1 1000 up. Okay, I can do that with a push-up on the floor. I can do that with an elevated push-up like this. Right, and then of course I can do my wall variation or raise my elevation of my couch or my chair or what have you in order to load the body more. So just count out loud 1 1000 and hold each position 1 1000. After you do that, you're going to do some single arm work since we want to be largely balanced in our bodies here, and we also want to improve our single arm strength and endurance for handstand walking. So you can go seated overhead hold, okay, 30 seconds to a minute. I made the range bigger because if you have a lighter object and you want to go more towards the enduring side of the spectrum for a minute, if you have a heavier object and want to do 15 to 30 seconds depending upon how heavy it is, you can choose that. Nice, let's go seated actually. I wasn't going to give you seated, but I love Z presses and seated, so we'll go seated overhead hold. So you're trying to get that hand stacked over the shoulder. Make sure the elbow is extended, head stays neutral, abs are tight, and not letting the hand drift out to the side. So if you don't have an object to do an overhead hold with, then I'm just going to show you with my feet on the floor, which is also an option, or you can put your feet on your chair, couch, whatever. Do a single arm handstand hold. So trying to make this a vertical situation. So I got to put my hips nice and high, getting to press away from the floor, pull one arm away. Okay, if I was on here, same thing, press away from the floor, one arm away. Those get really spicy really fast. All right, so you can modify the loading as needed, whether maybe your knees go on the object, maybe you keep your feet on the floor. Same rules apply. Hand gets stacked over the shoulder, and you're pressing away from the floor. Then you have flexion and extension. We'll go little butt to heels or tall kneeling. You're just going to give yourself a hug. You're going to make sure your hips and your ribs are aligned yet again. And then you're going to breathe. Inhale, fill your belly with air. Exhale, you rotate. All right, so I'm just going to give myself a hug somehow here. Inhale, exhale, rotate to my right. Inhale. Exhale audibly through my mouth, rotate to my right. Inhale, exhale, rotate. All right, so my spine is slightly rounded, that's fine. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side for 3 breaths. So just take note, if it feels like one side has more rotation than the other, not surprising for me, I started doing these very consistently in the last few weeks, and my left shoulder often has a lot of trouble. It definitely has less mobility, and it has less rotation, but that rotation, since doing these flexion and rotation work, has improved drastically, and obviously my overhead position has improved drastically, so that's awesome. All right, so that is your strength work for today.